Hi YouTube. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to show your ex that you simply don't care. Now this advice will work after any breakup, regardless of how things went down. Just follow these 10 steps and you can be sure that your ex will be shocked at how quickly you've moved on. I, of course, am Brad Browning, author of the X Factor Guide, and I've helped thousands of people navigate the difficult post-breakup period, and I'm looking forward to doing the same for you. Now, breakups suck, but they really don't have to. So please like this video and subscribe to my channel for a brand new advice video every single week. So let's talk for a second about your goal here. Whether you want your ex back, you just want to move on, or you're really not sure, playing it cool and acting like you don't care is a very effective strategy that your ex is sure to notice. Now, this is because it's the exact opposite of how many people act after a breakup. Most people, either lash out in anger, wallow in sadness, or pester their ex hoping for a second chance. Now, the same goes for breakups that were a mutual decision. In fact, even if you were the dumper, you'll usually fall into one of these categories, and that's not good. Now, these behaviors ruin any good memories your ex has of your relationship and makes them lose respect for you. So avoid these pitfalls by following my 10 rules, starting with number 1, which is to keep to yourself. Now, this is the best way to let your ex know that you just don't care after a breakup. So no matter how well you follow the other rules on this list, if you're constantly reaching out to your ex, it really doesn't matter what you're saying. You could be listing all their faults and telling them how much better your life is without them, but as long as you're still bugging them, it's going to be completely obvious how much you really do care. So instead, you should make every effort to keep your distance from your ex. You both need time to cool off and process the breakup in your own way. This means no text messages, no phone calls, and no dropping in to just check on them for at least a month after the breakup. Now this, of course, is one of the many reasons that I advocate the no contact method. If you do want your ex back, then this period of separation is going to be a key part of your strategy. Simply put, no contact means no contact. You spend 30 days or so following your breakup without speaking to your ex. During this time, you focus on getting your life back on track. That means spending time with friends and family, focusing on self-improvement, and trying new and exciting things. This time period will give your ex a chance to really start to miss you and to worry that they may have missed their last chance to get back with you for good. Later on in this video, I'm going to talk more about what to do after no contact, so stick around for that. And even if you've decided that you don't want to get back with your ex, no contact is still the best move for you. Many people try to keep up a bit of communication with their ex just to be, polite, or in hopes of achieving some sort of closure. But more likely, it'll just end up with more drama and hurt feelings when one of you decides to pull away and leave the other one wondering what happened. So rip off the Band-Aid and commit to no contact for 30 days following your breakup. I promise you'll be glad you did. What happens after the 30 days is over is really up to you, but whatever your goal, you're going to find that you're better off than you were 30 days before. Of course, there is going to be a bit of business to take care of, like, maybe dropping off any belongings they had at your place or tying up other loose ends. And this is especially true if the two of you live together or have children together or anything like that. But keep those moments businesslike and really don't let yourself get drawn into any more drama. Number 2, keep up your routine. So if you can keep up your routine during this time, not only will you appear like you don't care, but you'll actually feel less sad and depressed and more in control of your life. In fact, most, if not all of these rules will not only make it look like you don't care, they'll make it so that you actually think less about your breakup. And this is part of the act as if mentality. You start pretending that you feel a certain way, and after some time passes, you realize you're no longer pretending at all. Obviously, there's a good reason that your routine has been interrupted. Not only are you feeling depressed because of the breakup, but there's a good chance that your ex was a big part of your regular routine. So for instance, you probably texted each other, before bed or had a regular date night. In this case, you need to find new activities to fill in those gaps so that your routine can continue without interruption. So, say you typically went on a date every Wednesday. Now that that's gone, you can just make regular plans with your friends to go for a few drinks every Wednesday. You'll be surprised at how big of a difference this can make. Now, if you don't have a solid routine in your life, well, now is a great time to start one. All it takes is a piece of paper and a pencil. Just plot out a typical day for you. What do you do when you get up in the morning? What about your nighttime routine? All it takes is 2 or 3 activities to create a routine, and though it might be difficult at first, once you have it in place, you'll realize how valuable that structure can be in maintaining your physical and mental health. Now, you do need to allow yourself some time to grieve the relationship. So, don't hesitate to take a few days off to recharge. But as soon as you can, make an effort to get some normalcy back into your life. And number 3 is to post on social media. So if you can't reach out to your ex, then how are you supposed to show them that you don't care? Well, one answer is social media. So maintain a positive and happy outlook through your social media presence, and your ex is going to wonder how you're dealing with the breakup so well. There's a lot of different options here to get the message across. You can post a shirtless progress pic if you're feeling bold, or otherwise, just a selfie with friends is always a good option. Or if you really want to drive your ex crazy, post a new photo with you and a mysterious, new friend of the opposite sex. Remember that less is more when it comes to social media. So rather than detailing exactly who you're with and what you're doing at all times, keeping it a little mysterious sends a better message that you're busy living your best life. Number 4, don't complain to mutual friends. Now, I know how tempting it can be to talk shit about your ex after a breakup, and this is especially true if you're worried that your friends may pick sides. But the best way to combat this isn't to let them know all the dirty details of your breakup. It's to be the bigger person. Let them know that you still care about your ex, but that you know that this split is for the best. Show them that you don't need them to pick a side and that they can still be friends with both of you. This kind of maturity will make you look good both to your ex and to your friends. And if you need to vent to somebody, choose a family member or a friend who isn't close to your ex, so you can be sure that it won't get back to him or her. Now, venting can be a great outlet for any negative feelings you're holding on to, and it can also help you sort out any confusion. But don't get too caught up in your need to vent and end up creating more drama with your ex. I'm sure it goes without saying, but definitely don't vent directly to your ex either, because that never ends well. And number 5 is to treat them like you would an acquaintance. So this is something that always gets under an ex's skin after a breakup in the right way. Now, if you do find yourself in a situation where you have to talk to your ex, instead of treating them with kid gloves or being extremely cold and rude to them, treat them the way you would an acquaintance that you're not that close to. Now, this means, being friendly and polite, but without any of the intimacy that they're used to. And this sudden shift in tone can really hammer home the point that the two of you have broken up. And if you play it right, they can't really be mad at you since you're just giving them exactly what they've asked for. Number 6 is focus on yourself. Now, this is something that many of us lose touch with while we're in a long-term relationship. It's also one of the biggest benefits of being single. Because now that you don't have somebody else relying on you to act a certain way and fulfill certain wants and needs, you'll truly be free to put yourself first in every situation. Now, this can feel selfish at first, but it can also be empowering. You've been through a tough thing recently, and you deserve to make yourself feel good. So by treating yourself right, you'll start to see the good that comes with a breakup, and you'll genuinely not care as much about the negatives. So, treat yourself to a new haircut, cook your favorite dinner, and watch what you want to watch for a change. In number 7, don't be rude. So being rude, hostile, or otherwise, nasty to your ex actually does the opposite of what you're hoping to. Now, while it will make your ex feel bad in the moment, in the long run, it's only going to make them think that the breakup was for the best. After all, no one's going to feel bad about breaking up with somebody who makes them feel like So instead, find another outlet for those bad feelings. This can mean, venting to friends and family, exercise, or even just writing your feelings down in a journal. Whatever you do, remember that this is a long game, and if you want your ex to really regret their decision, then being rude to them is not the way to get there. Number 8, sign up for my email coaching program. Now, if you still want your ex back, then you're already on the right track, but there's still a long way to go. And that is why you need to sign up for my email coaching service over at breakupbrad.com/coaching. Not only will I give you more tips on how to keep your ex at arm's length, I'll also help you craft the perfect plan to win their heart again. And since my coaching is 100% confidential, they'll never even have to know that we spoke. Just go head over to breakupbrad.com/coaching and get started right now. Number 9, be spontaneous. Now, relationships come with certain responsibilities, right? You can't just drop everything and go to Vegas for the weekend with your friends. You can't stay out all night. And you certainly can't go home with that cute someone from the bar. But now that you've broken up, what's stopping you? Now's the time to say yes to adventure and to trying new things. If you can, really be free to embrace your spontaneous side, it's going to show you all that you've been missing out on during your relationship. And hopefully, this will make you realize that while breakups suck, there is always a silver lining. And number 10, ignore their messages. Now, this one will really get under your ex's skin. So if your ex sends you a text message, don't reply right away. In fact, if their message isn't a direct question that's important, you probably shouldn't reply to them at all. Maybe answer 1 in 3 messages, and even then, let a bit of time go by before you hit them back. This can feel petty, and it may be, but it really does help give your ex the message that they're no longer your number 1 priority. And if you do respond, keep it brief and end it with a period, to let them know that you don't expect a response back. Talking to your ex can be a hard habit to break, but if you want to show them that you don't care, you'll need to be a little bit ruthless. And number 11, don't reach out to them on holidays or their birthday. Now, I understand that you will probably still want to be on good terms with your ex, and really in the long run, there's nothing wrong with that. But you need to remember that you two are now broken up. And this means that they can't expect you to wish them, a happy new year or even a happy birthday. If you're serious about letting your ex know that you just don't care anymore, then this can be a crucial step. That said, if you're really, really, truly over them and it's been, maybe 6 months or more since the breakup, then wishing your ex a happy birthday actually is the right move because it shows them that you'll treat them like you would anyone else in your life. All right, guys, that just about does it for this list. What do you think? Did I miss anything? I'd love to see your pettiest tips down in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please don't hesitate to drop a like and subscribe to my channel as well. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.